If you still want a relationship, but the moment it starts to feel real, you pull back, it's because something inside you learned that trusting can hurt.
So by the end of this video, you will understand how this happened and what actually helped you move forward without forcing yourself.
If you notice that you're pulling back when the interest is mutual, that's a key way to know that you are starting to hesitate. So if you meet somebody and the feeling is really good, you see that they're interested in you and you're just as interested in them, but then something inside of you starts to feel like you need to pause and like you need to reevaluate and you start to hesitate, that's one of the signs.
Yeah, or also sometimes you feel uncomfortable while dating. And even if there is no red flag, but just because you feel that it's starting to be real, maybe.
That brings us to our second point, overthinking. Right?
Yeah.
So when you start to overthink instead of leaning in, so you're, kind of what you were saying, you're on the date, you're noticing small little things that you don't like, maybe they're saying something that you don't agree with, or they're wearing shoes you don't like, or maybe they don't dress up in the same style as you, or maybe you didn't like their hairstyle, or whatever it is, you're kind of just trying to validate to yourself why this isn't going to work.
But even sometimes you amplify certain trait or characteristic to make them look like a red flag.
That's right. That possibly can't work because his shoes didn't match his shirt. And that again brings us to the third point, where you're doing that because you're trying to protect yourself. Subconsciously. It's not on purpose. You're not a bad person. You're not judgy. Your body and your mind is trying to find reasons to push this person away because you're scared.
And in general, it's coming from your past dating journey, your past date that you had. And then because of multiple failed history, you start to have, like you say, subconscious mechanisms who are already automatically in your head. You don't even know that. It just happened when you're dating.
So any moment that you feel like, this is too good to be true. This is, they really, really like me, but why? You're just questioning, why are they liking me so much? Why are they doing so many nice things for me? Of course, within reason, right? Within reason, because we're not going to talk about love bombing. That's a whole different story. But within reason, where because it is a feeling that you feel in your gut when you know that somebody's truly interested in you and you're truly interested in them. But when they express it, that's when your body pushes it away. Because you're not the one in control. It's kind of like when you're saying all this stuff to them, that you're ready for a relationship and that you want to settle down. And when you're saying all these things that make it sound real, it's okay because you're in the driver's seat. But the moment they say it, the moment they're reciprocating, you're like, oh, wait, what? This is too much. So if you recognize yourself in these patterns, or if you're dating somebody, whether it's now or in the future, and you start to recognize this pattern, just remember, it's not just you. It's your body reacting to past pain. And just to reassure you, this did not come from nowhere. This comes from your past experiences. So, where you've opened up to people before, where you were vulnerable.
What they make you feel. Did they betray you?
That's right.
All the trauma that you can have from before. There will be a lot. I mean, we all have them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a person, obviously, if you're over 30, I assume you've dated in the past and been disappointed. It's just a part of life, but it doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it easy, right? Being disappointed by somebody you care about suddenly or unexpectedly, that leaves a mark on your heart.
Also, the more you grow, the more painful it becomes.
Absolutely. Because as we get older, we tend to open up a little bit earlier, right? Because you are starting to really know yourself and think differently. When you're young, you're just kind of going about life, not thinking too deeply, right? You're riding the wave, you're in the moment, you're feeling the feelings in the moment. But as you get older, you start to have a deeper understanding of yourself.
But also I was just thinking about that. You when you say when you're younger and you fail, and you scratch yourself, you see how fast
you heal. Yeah.
So it's the same as well for the relationship.
It's true.
The older you become, the harder it is to heal.
To recover, So in essence, your body actually learned something that you didn't choose, right? So all these past hurts and pains and disappointments, they make your body and your spirit think that love is pain, that hope is pain, or that it comes at an emotional cost. And then what happens is your body automatically protects you from that.
It creates, like I said before, automatic mechanism of protection.
Yeah, absolutely.
You won't be able to anticipate that, but because we talk about it, you can now know and put word on what is it.
If you think about it this way, if you've ever been hurt by something before, whether it's someone passing away or a heartbreak or a divorce, and the following year, you don't know why, that same time of year, you start to feel nauseous or sick and you don't feel good, you feel moody, you feel sad. It's your body remembering. Maybe your brain didn't remember and you realized later what it was, but it's your body remembering. Think about it in the same way that, when you keep getting hurt, when you have a trauma from before, anytime a similar situation or timing or any small reminder can be a trigger for that. So you see now how disappointment can actually rewire your brain when it comes to love and attraction and being open. But what you need to understand that this has a hidden cost. Pulling back at first means obviously you're gonna have less pain, less emotional outbursts or mood swings, and you're gonna feel like you have more control if you do that.
Again, it's all about control and protection about ourselves. But over time, pulling back will cost you more.
So if you keep doing that and emotionally protecting yourself and pulling away all the time, eventually you're gonna create an emotional distance. So everybody that you meet, you're gonna hold at an arm's length. You are going to subconsciously put a bubble wrap around yourself and not let anybody through. And when that happens, eventually you're gonna start to feel lonely and you're gonna start to ask yourself, well, why can't I find anybody?
Yeah, this is where you start to create a cycle. Because you put a shield or gate around you, people cannot access to you, then you will all the time maybe miss the opportunity to meet good people, great people, and also to have a partner who fits what you're looking for as well. So now you can see what emotional protection can take away from you.
So when you feel yourself pulling away from someone or pushing someone away, how do you shift that behavior? Well, the answer actually isn't forcing yourself to be open and vulnerable.
Because when you force yourself, it cannot be genuine. And if it's not genuine, it cannot be true.
Fear actually isn't the issue. And being careful when you're entering a new relationship or when you're dating someone, that's not the issue.
No, it's even normal.
Yeah, well, you absolutely should walk with caution.
Exactly.
And you absolutely should be careful and, be looking for signs and, but within reason, of course.
Yeah.
The real issue here is when you shut down and start to push all opportunities away because you want to protect yourself.
Of course, because you don't need to close your heart to be careful.
So when you feel yourself shutting down, instead of doing that, try to just stay present in the moment.
Exactly. Do not try to make your day pay for the last one, for example. Do not think too much about what's happened before, and do not also compare situations.
Yes, that's
this
a
is
hard
something
one.
That it's hard, and I know it's hard, it's hard, but you need to keep in mind that you should not compare, because you have two different persons. It's two different moments.
Yes.
It's the present, the past.
If you've ever had an anxiety attack, you'll know that a therapist or a counselor will always tell you to be aware of your surroundings, like feel the chair you're sitting on, feel the clothes on yourself, feel your feet on the ground. That is what is going to prevent you from shutting down, your body shutting down, right? Anxiety attacks are caused by certain triggers, right? It's a similar concept to stay present when you're on a date with somebody new or when you're speaking to someone you've been dating and you feel yourself shutting down. stay present in the moment, like Fab said. You have to try to separate the actual reality from the pattern that your body is recognizing or trying to tell you to, to push away.
Exactly. Something that maybe gonna help you while you're dating and while you are in the moment. Watch their eyes when you're talking.
Yeah, that's a very simple one, but
simple.
Yeah.
But it's true.
And another thing is move slowly. There's no rush. Even if there is excitement, move slowly.
Yeah. Do not invest too soon.
We
said it before, and we're gonna say it again and again. Do not invest too soon. You have to observe at the same time. And you have to give, of course, but you have to find the balance. You cannot give everything and do not receive in return.
So if you do these things, you're gonna learn how to be open without overexposing yourself.
So if you take anything away from this episode, it's wanting a relationship feel risky now. It's because you've been disappointed, not because you're broken.
That's exactly right. And watch the next video, How to Date Again After Bad Relationships, because it shows how to re-enter dating without carrying old hurt into new connections. And this is part 1 of understanding, not fixing your dating patterns.